Hello. Um, this is official now. I have finally figured out how to post the blog, and I will do this uh, daily. And when God leads me, it may even be more than once a day. We'll see. The idea of having this forum is pretty amazing this morning. I have been grappling with this creative process for many months now. I've known that this is something that I could be doing, and honestly, there was a great deal of fear attached to me actually committing to this work. Uh, it seems kind of peculiar to talk to a camera on my computer, and it has the potential to reach anyone. Uh, but for now, I am just going to engage in this process and not worry about the results, but instead leave the results in God's hands. That's faith. That is a principle that I have learned uh, over the years that it is important for me to exercise in all aspects of my life. Faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That's Hebrews 11:1. The idea of faith at this stage in my life is an ongoing lesson. One of the things that I can share with you this morning is uh, I've been legally disabled now since 2005 after having a very life-changing career experience that I'll share over time. But now being disabled is uh, something that I've had struggled with since 2005. It's not easy going from having a steady career that afforded me the luxury and privileges associated with going to work every day and making a very good living to now being home every day, uh, dealing with a monthly fixed income that is not enough. It causes me to struggle in areas that I've never had to struggle in before because of being self-sufficient, because of being totally reliant on the ability to go to work and make money and provide for not just me but my family. One of the outcomes of my disability is the continual demise of my relationships with my wife and my children. And as a result now, my wife and I are separated and the divorce is pending, and I am estranged from my children. My oldest child does not even want to speak to me. My middle son and my daughter. My oldest child is my son who looks just like me, by the way. And my youngest son, who is my 16-year-old, and then my daughter, who is my 15-year-old. Their relationships are somewhat broken. The prospect for reconciliation in place now, and I have hope. But faith was something that I needed to practice early on in development in our relationship. There were many months that I spent not knowing where my children were, what they were doing, how they were living, how they were coping, how they were surviving. And I perished at those thoughts of what could be. And I found myself actually driving myself in crazy land, into crazy land, um, because I could not process. I could fairly process the um, reality, and that reality was simply that I no longer had the ability to be present with my children. And so there was a particular day where I was cleaning, and I realized in my cleaning that there was a melody that came to me, and it was Yolanda Adams' song, uh, Jesus Kept Me. I've come through many hard trials, through temptation from every end. The Satan tried to stop me and to place my feet on sinking sand. But through the tears, all love like sorrow, he was there to answer my call. He was there to keep me, for he kept me in the midst of it all. And I began to sing this song, and prior to that, I had lost all melody concerning singing God's songs. And that song came to me, and I was cleaning, and I just found myself in a place of hope. And it was the catalyst for this faith that I'm telling you about. Because I recognized that God was present. I recognized that, as it says in Psalms 46:1, God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in trouble. And I knew at that point that God was present. I knew at that point that if I just found it in my heart to trust God, that just like he was present in that situation that I felt was extremely overwhelming then, that he could also be present in my children's lives, and that he would do a far better job at taking care of me than I ever could. And that gave me hope. And it actually was the catalyst for me to begin trusting God again, about my circumstance and about their circumstance and about this overall circumstance as we were engaged in this life-changing experience. And so I guess that's my message for you today as I'm about to wrap up, is that recognizing God's presence is key for me. And my experience was that in the midst of being in a cleaning frenzy, God's presence showed up in the way of a song and allowed me to sing from a place that I had not sang from in a long time. And so today I trust God. Today there is an active prayer life. There is an active willingness to go to God's word. There's an active presence of God in my apartment. There's an active presence of God in my life. And this has been the catalyst for me to get up after having fallen down. So I hope that you can glean from that and grow from that. I hope that you'll stay in touch. Please send feedback. Please let me know that you're enjoying or you're getting something from this experience, and that will fuel me. God bless you.